Hi YouTube, got a slightly different video this time. Got a bit of product development going on. So been working on a little gadget which you can see here working away on my desk. Currently calling it LodeMaster for want of a better name. And it's a little gadget that just sits on your desk and looks pretty and also shows you how hard your computer is working. So I'll show you how that all works. Let me bring you in a bit closer and we'll take a closer look at it. So this is the LodeMaster prototype that I've made. So it's very simple, just obviously bits of wood, and this is just a very simple cardboard and paper screen in front of some individually addressable LEDs from a strip like this. You can buy these strips in sort of metre, 2 metre lengths and just use as many as you want, and it's all attached, being driven by a Arduino Uno behind here, which is just plugged into my computer, which you see running behind there. This prototype's obviously all a little bit fragile, but you get the idea. And at the moment this is just running a simple sort of idle animation, so the Arduino, when it's not getting any communication from the computer, it just goes into this kind of default mode where it just does this little snake style animation. But the idea is obviously that the computer can talk to this device and make the LEDs do something more interesting. So let's have a look and see how that works. I'll just move the camera around a little bit. You'll be able to see on my screen here, if I zoom out, you should be able to see on the screen I've got the task manager running on the left there, and also on the right is some software that I've written that runs on the Windows computer and talks to the Arduino. So I'm going to switch to sort of screen sharing and then we'll look at how this all works all together. So now you can see on my screen here I've got the normal Windows task manager running on the left hand side, and on the right hand side here these custom LodeMaster software that I've written to run the device. You can see the computer's pretty quiet at the moment, nothing much going on. And looking at this LodeMaster software, there's a few different modes here. So there's a demo mode I can start up here, so this will start the computer controlling the device. So as soon as I press start there, you can see that the LodeMaster device is now doing a different sort of animation, which is now that's being controlled from the software on the computer. You can see here the values of the different LEDs changing as the animation runs, and this is the message being sent to the device, and so on. So that's kind of fun. You could have all sorts of different animations going on there and different things being shown, but the main reason I created this device was I thought it would be nice to have a device that shows how busy your computer is at any given time. So if I switch to this combiner mode here now, you can see the other two boxes show the CPU usage for the different 16 virtual cores that I've got on this machine. And now they are feeding directly through and being represented on the LEDs on the LodeMaster device. So, which you can see here, occasionally one of the cores gets a little bit more busy, and when that happens you'll see the corresponding LED on the device becomes slightly brighter. Only slightly brighter because the machine is still pretty quiet. Now if I switch over to my second screen, I've got Blender software running here, some 3D software. So if I start that doing a render, that's quite an intensive thing, and you should immediately see that all the CPUs become quite busy, and all the LEDs light up red to show that the machine is now very busy. So quite a quick render it's doing here. So all the cores went very busy initially. A few of the cores are now back to being sort of idle, but there's still a couple that are pretty busy. The render's got a few seconds left to go, and we should see once that's finished all the cores will go back to being pretty idle again. As you can see, that's pretty much what's happening now. And in a similar way, if I go to, I've got some photo editing software on my second screen here as well. If I start just editing the photo I've got on screen here, I'm just kind of painting onto the photo with a big broad brush. Well, this is a fairly powerful computer. It does make it work fairly hard having to process all that image data. So you can see in this case just one or two cores tend to get a bit busier as I'm painting and messing about on the other screen. If I stop doing anything, they all go back to being pretty idle again until I get busier again. So it's just kind of a bit of fun. So this video, really, I just wanted to show this device and get some feedback from you guys on YouTube as to what you think of this. Is this a fun idea? Do you like it? Would you like one of these things? Thinking about possibly developing this into a product that could be sold, or even a kit that could be sold and sent out. So if you would like something like this, how much would you pay for it? Would you pay, say, $20 for this but no more? Would you pay up to $40 or $100 for something like this, depending on the materials? I've got a nice render which I'll play now of the how the device might look if it was a commercial product, with a nice could be black anodized aluminium case, something like that, or any other kind of materials. Would you like it to be bigger than this? Would you like it to be smaller? Is it should it be something that could be wall mounted? If you work in some kind of server data center, would you like a massive one of these that could be up on the screen and up on the wall and let you see the state of all your machines all at once? Maybe you'd like one with a sort of OLED, more like a phone screen that actually had little graphs and more data rather than just this kind of artistic LED show. So let me know what you think. This one's currently, as I said, plugged into the USB on my computer. It's running, getting all its power from there, but this could be battery powered, it could be wireless. Would you prefer a wireless one as opposed to a wired? So yeah, let me know what you think, and if I get a good response to this video and people like the idea, then I'll take the next step forward, maybe even set up a Kickstarter or something and try and get this out to as many people as want it. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.